How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Wolf, and welcome back to episode 2 of Build Progression for the Bladestorm Bleed Berserker. I'm not going to give you any gameplay at the start. We're going to do a little bit of gameplay in like a second. Basically, it's the exact same as last episode, just faster. That's really all that happened. I got a better weapon, I got more ascendancy points, and I just want to kind of cover basically everything that's gone on today, because it's gonna set us up for a very good day tomorrow if everything pans out correctly. Gonna do a bunch of delving and a bunch of Einhar stuff on tomorrow's stream, because I have 16 Einhar beasts, which is free uniques, which means my chances of getting hemophilia are there. I don't really know if they're gonna ever happen, but they exist, so I'm gonna use the absolute shit out of that, as well as I'm going to start delving just as much as possible. Working my way through delve, getting deeper and deeper to try and get the fossils to get the fantastic rolls on a weapon. Because today, since I've made it to, I've made it deep into maps now, or deep-ish, I'm at tier 8, looking to go farther, obviously, and get farther in and get to reds. I dropped myself an Elder Abyssal Axe. Now, it's not a Vol Axe, it's not, you know, top end, but to showcase what I can manage, we have something like this. This is mid-roll, we've got added fizz, percent fizz, and then the reason Elder Axes are stupid is suffix percent fizz, with hits with this weapon have Culling Strike against bleeding enemies. Now, why do you not have, you know, percent hybrid fizz in here? Because the roll that I want from the fossil is 60% chance to make bleeds with this weapon deal 100% more damage. And more, you know, more multiplier stacks on top of all of our current bleed. That is a prefix. I figured that out today because I got one and I tried to roll it on the axe and I hit poison instead of bleed, and the rest of it was pretty trash. So I need to do it in a 2-roll with a fizz fossil and a bleed fossil. But I need to get deeper in delve before we get to that kind of point when I can get them reliably. So it's actually pretty sick because I'm actually wanting to play the character because I want to make fancy endgame stupid weapons, and that is the base to do it with. So I'm very excited about making something cool here, and I hope I can do it. Like, I'll let you know as time goes on, obviously, because we're going to have probably a few more episodes in this series with this character, because I want to play it for the next couple of days. As well as another drop I landed is Invulnerability, the chess piece, basically. This is 102 life, recover 5% of life on kill, regenerate 1.4% of life per second. This makes you unkillable. If you don't know how life on kill works, every time you kill a singular trash mob, you get 5% of your total health back. This chess piece alone will make me invincible. Only reason it's not on right now is I lose my 5-link if I were to put this on. So I need to get a 5-link prophecy or 5-link either this or the two-handed axe. I'm going for 5-linking the axe because the axe will last forever if I make it as perfect as possible with fossils. The chess piece, I can roll that same sort of thing on an astral plate with, if I land like an elder astral plate, I can get something this stupid with a life fossil very, very easily. I know I say that and it sounds weird, but I've done it before, and it's very easy to do. But, because this is an elder piece, I have the two major elder mods, which is life on kill and percent life per second. But if I can get another, like an elder armor base, this is a hybrid base, so it's about as close as I can get, I can possibly re-roll this with a life fossil and maybe make it better. This is about as good as I could possibly imagine, aside from the 2 shitty rolls in here. So this is fantastic and will be going on my character as soon as possible. If I land any other chess pieces, like elder armor chess pieces, I will look for life fossils to try and maybe make something better. But this will make me invulnerable. Like, I cannot die while I have this chess piece on. It is literally impossible provided I'm doing anything. Combine that with, you know, the fact that we're going to end up with a really stupid busted axe. You know, if everything goes correctly. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good next few days. Anything else notable? Dropped an annulment. We're in SSF, keep that in mind. So that's kind of big. I got these insane minion essences, which are useless to me. I feel bad for minion players. Got 3 minion fossils in Delve today. Other than that, I did craft a bit of gear and sort the rest of my stuff out. We dropped a distillate from Einhar. I am going to try and aim for Lion's Roar, probably. We'll see. But this has been kind of useful. It's also kind of a pain in the ass because it turns off very easily once you hit max mana. So trying to get this to turn on when you kill a boss is difficult, to say the least, but I've been trying to use it when I kill like Shaper Stronghold bosses or like Shaper bosses in general to get some fancy stuff. And I'm just pressing it every now and then whenever I get the option to. It's working out pretty well. I can take it or leave it, however, so yeah. Gloves made a pretty okay pair. Can get better, the life can get better. The res can also get a bit better. These will be replaced with hemophilias if I'm lucky, or rampage gloves if I'm just as lucky. That would be fantastic. Belt's still the same, boots are still the same, rings are still the same, necklace is still the same, chest piece still the same. Obviously, we've seen the chest piece that I'm going to be putting on soon. Dyed Bell is going to be changing as soon as possible. Like, I need to change this thing so fucking badly. Because Can't Leech when on low life has killed me 6 times. Today alone. So, that's gotta change. And then we made ourselves a new weapon. This is a weapon that's probably going to last me until I make the stupid one. Because it is hybrid fizz, added fizz, crafted fizz, attack speed, 20 quality. So, realistically, there's not much beating this aside from, you know, the stupid weapon.gif, right? Because we got decent rolls. I mean, obviously you can get a lot higher and get a lot better of, like, rolls on my current weapon, but 341's more than good enough to clear most content in Path of Exile. But I want to roll for the high-end stupid stuff. So, I'm actually really excited about this weapon, and it's the reason I'm absolutely broke right now. Other than that, that's pretty much the gear, the flasks. I didn't really do anything with the Pantheon. It's basically the same. Skill tree-wise, I picked up Rite of Ruin, which makes us a decent amount faster. It's actually noticeable. This is what the skill tree looks like. Let me kind of move it a little bit so you can see all of it. Basically the same. Basically the same. We picked up a little bit more in regards to, what was it? We picked up Destroyer. I picked up all of the Impale now, so I have some pretty good bossing. I try to make sure to leave my banner on, because every time I slam it, I forget to turn it back on. Not the smartest of fellows, but, you know, I try my best. Got the Impale there. We're at 85% or 90% Impale right now, so it's added single target. The Impale math is a disaster, so I don't really know how that goes, whether it's actually good or not, but it's Impale. Impale's always been pretty decent. We're working on Berserking next because more attack speed is hilarious. And we have Stun Immune now from Berserker, as well as I'm working towards the final trial to get Aspect of Carnage, but that's the big damage booster at the end. So maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't happen. Who knows? Flask-wise, I did optimize them. I have an Adrenaline Life Flask. This was supposed to be what is it? It's supposed to be Divine Flask. I still need to actually get a Divine Flask. But I get Adrenaline here. Bleed Quicksilver. Freeze Granite with Duration. Attack Speed Sulfur. And then the Distillate. Other than that, that's pretty much the changes, really. It's been a pretty simple day. Got all the way into Tier 8. Realized I had a bunch of masters and I cannot do them fast enough. Like, genuinely, I can't. I've been doing a lot of Betrayal stuff too, funnily enough. Did Betrayal in a decent amount of maps. Not very scary. They die pretty easily up to like the Tier 6 that I can spawn them in. Intervention doesn't lag me anymore. Well, it does, but it doesn't crash me. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Betrayal's actually fun when you can do it when you want. Who would have fucking guessed? Like, I'm actually enjoying doing Betrayal content when I can opt in. You know, the thing I was saying in Betrayal League for 3 months straight, the people kept telling me was a bad opinion. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. If you enjoyed it, take a look at the 2 pieces of content you're seeing on screen right now. If you wouldn't mind, you can click that big red button and see more updates from me. And if you want to go even further than that, then you can take a look in the description to find my new Patreon link. You boys gotta keep the lights on somehow.